The mugginess continues into the evening, right?
Yeah, it's kind of brutal. Although we got to see some sunshine to end the day. That's always very welcome. But boy, it was that hot and humid conditions, and it just kind of gets real close to you. We got more of that coming. I'm sorry to say we have a hot and muggy start to the week. Wednesday, Thursday, we have storm chances that fire up, and then late week, man, things are definitely looking a lot better. So if you are not a fan of the heat and the humidity, hang in there. You got to get to Thursday night, and then it all starts to get better. But for tomorrow, we're going to start the day with some fog. That mugginess will be around, temperatures in the 70s. We're going to make it right back up to around 90 degrees tomorrow afternoon. Partly cloudy skies will give way to some pop-up storm chances. Also, this just in, we had an air quality alert that's been issued for tomorrow for the metro areas as well as Ashtabula County. This, of course, the heat as well as the sunshine. That's going to cook the pollution near the ground, and we end up with ground level ozone. Out to the west, though, there's a lot of orange that's on the map. That's all the heat alerts that are in effect for tomorrow and for Tuesday. We could see that creeping our way for Tuesday. I think we'll keep it in check for tomorrow, though, with those afternoon storm chances. But the real rumblers are way up here in the northern part of the Plain States. That will eventually start to translate eastward. I think we'll end up with some high-level clouds out of that, but I am not anticipating that we end up with stormy conditions. There might be a pathway for some of these storms to make it over toward the east end of Lake Erie, but I don't know that we'll be clipped by any of these. This is still a wait and see kind of a situation. More likely than not, some of the energy that popped this up will help to pop up our isolated storm chances tomorrow afternoon. All of it feeding off of the humidity. Now, we have a dry radar sweep, but it definitely feels like it could rain just about any time. Those dew points are still sitting right around 70 degrees in most of northern Ohio. At one point this afternoon, Dover's dew point was at 77 degrees. It's almost like standing out in the middle of a cornfield. It's brutally humid. And again, we take a look back, and earlier this week, those wonderfully comfortable conditions, we were all so happy, right? Well, once we get past Tuesday and Wednesday, it's going to start to get better through the day Thursday, and right now, Friday and through the weekend look spectacular. So hang in there. I think you're going to be really happy as we get into the weekend. So let's talk about tonight. Areas of fog developing, otherwise mainly clear, still very muggy, and those temperatures in the 70s. Matter of fact, tomorrow morning's fog could slow you down a little bit. I don't know that it's going to be anything that stops you in your tracks. You know how to deal with it. Use the low beams, take it easy, maybe open the window and listen if you get into a spot where you have a lot of fog that is around. But that's going to be for Monday and for Tuesday morning. Specifically for tomorrow morning, these clear skies will allow the fog to begin to develop and spread in the early morning hours. 5 a.m. will probably have widespread areas of light fog across western and southern sections of our viewing area. That will continue through 7 a.m. After 7 a.m., though, the sun is going to be coming up, and that helps to mix things out. So that was the fog forecast. Here's your National Designer hour-by-hour forecast. And, of course, fog is a type of a cloud. It's a ground level cloud, and that's what's represented right here. Once we get into the latter part of the morning, you see that fog just disappears. It mixes out as the heating of the day takes place. And it will be heating quickly because mid and upper 80s, right around 90 degrees midday, that will be enough heat to trigger pop-up shower and thunderstorm chances. So no real rhyme or reason as to exact placement that all this will really get to take off, but it does look like we'll have at least an isolated chance for those showers and storms to be with us in the afternoon and then into the evening hours. But look at some of these temperatures right into the upper 80s and low 90s. Keep in mind we still have all that humidity around, so it's going to feel even hotter. Once we head toward Monday night, then all of that begins to fade away. We will start to see things backing off, and that'll set us up for that fog most likely on Tuesday. Speaking of tomorrow evening, the Guardians are back after their quick road trip. We're looking for a temperature of about 90 or so at game time. We'll probably be in the upper 80s to near 90, but very humid conditions continue. Those isolated storm chances hopefully will pop and fade south as we go through game time. Medina Country Club forecast takes us right back into the low 90s on Tuesday with some sunshine, and then here come the storm chances Wednesday, especially later in the day, then Thursday, especially earlier in the day, and then finally we get that relief coming in. We have some sunshine this weekend.
Looking good. Thank you, Betsy. Yep.